All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving our praises and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahawashi,
Ba'asham,
Ba'ashem,
Machak,
Yahweh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yesharala that rule well, and salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. To you, brothers, we say Shalom. This is the Brother Shakal,
This is Brother Asher.
This is Brother Yaya.
out here from the GMS Chicago camp, coming at you with another lesson. And basically, what we're going to touch on today, it's going to be on, taking the work of the Lord more seriously. Not looking at it as a small thing, as a light thing. Not putting it in the back burner and I'll get to it when I get to it. Giving into our flesh, and we're not supposed to do that, man. We got to understand how serious this is, how mighty this is, how great this is, how honorable this is. And show the Lord that we're grateful, man. Because this isn't, this is mighty, man. It came to us easy, so to speak, but just because it came to us easy doesn't mean that we should just like it can't be taken away, man. The Lord could take this away like that, man, and we can't be playing around, especially now that we just had the Passover, So we got and especially now that all these prophecies that are being manifested, we got to be on 10, man. We got to be even more on fire, not fucking going back, or just still fucking around, But can you get that scripture?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 16, and I'll start at verse 8. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that Yahweh of power of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, and to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them?
Right. So this was Moses basically telling Korah, like, because they wanted the high seat. They wanted to be, be equal to Moses and be on top and all that. But they were already had a mighty deal. The fact that the Lord chose them,
Right.
the Levites hey, Levite means what? Joined unto me, right? So he already chose them, but yet they were ungrateful. They're like, nah, we're not satisfied with this. We want the high seat. We want what you have, Moses. In other words,
Yeah.
So they weren't appreciated what they have, and we have to, man. We can't be in that Korite spirit, man. We got to be in that spirit, like, man, I'm grateful for this, man. This is mighty. This is like I'm unworthy, yet the Lord chose me to understand this. He put the Spirit upon me to know and understand this truth. This is literally what's gonna bring us out the situation that we're in, man. Not spiritually, physically, mentally, on all levels. This is true salvation. This is nothing that relies on America or anything of this world, man. Because a lot of times when Jake has a solution to a problem, so to speak, it's still grounded in ways of America or ways of this world. This thing will get us out, man. It lets us know who our enemy is. It lets us know who we are. It lets us know who our power is, man. And you want to fuck around and just like take it as a small thing, like, oh, whatever. I'll just not take it serious, not discipline your flesh, not put in the work. We can't move like that, man. Especially now, man. We gotta realize what we're in, man. We gotta understand how serious this is, man. And we should be in the spirit that, hey, just the simple fact that we understand this is mighty, and we're grateful for it, and we shouldn't be, trying to seek high seats or all that. We should be in the spirit with that. If that's the Lord's will, that's the Lord's will. But as long as I'm in this truth, I'm good. That's the spirit we got to be in, man.
And so many people, you're right, they get puffed up and forget why the Lord chose them and put them on that path, so the knowledge puffs up, and and then everybody, like you said, envy and jealousy of Moses, wanted to be in that high seat, say he that exalt himself, let me just grab it, shall be brought down, loosely paraphrasing.
Salaka, can you get one before that? Can you get the one where it talks about but unto you it was giving the mysteries of the kingdom, but not unto them? You see, and that's another thing. Not everybody gets to have this. Not everybody understands this. No matter how simply and how profound you break it down to them, they just can't understand it, and that should put a fear and a sense of gratitude that we actually understand it, man. Because we could be just like them. And, so, like, yeah, and if we're in that spirit, what are we gonna do? Everything in our power not to fuck it up. Everything in our power to for the Lord to keep His Holy Spirit upon us. I get it. We fuck up. We might do certain things, go up, but guess what? Get back up and do better. Don't stay in that. Don't go back to that. Add more discipline to your flesh. Hey, definitely things that are against the scriptures, but even things that might not be against the scriptures. But if you're overindulging, it could be.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right. So to us, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, call out Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because there's people out there that literally the Lord has blocked out. That shows how precious this really is, man.
Yeah, it says many are called, few are chosen.
Yeah.
So I have chosen you. You have not chosen me. So that's mighty. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. Everybody's not going to make this team. You know what I mean? It's like any sports, anything like that. They only pick out the best. You know what I mean? And the Lord only reserves His remnant, His elect, which is His best that He put forth. So it's the same thing in every aspect of life. Only when you playing sports, everybody try out, but everybody don't make the team.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of them athletes, what do they tell you once they make a certain team? I'm grateful they chose me. I'm grateful that I'm part of this team. This opportunity that was given me.
Yep.
They're in that spirit. They be crying on camera and shit.
Yeah.
That's how we have to be, man.
Yeah, they know how rare a moment it is. Out of all the people in the world who try to be a basketball player, try to be a baseball player, try to be a football player, just use that analogy as an example. Everybody does not make it.
Yeah.
So the fact that He, chose us from amongst the people to be a holy separate people, that's heavy, man.
And especially now, when people need answers, when everybody's lost, for us to have the path of truth, the way to life, the answers to life.
But like you said, you know what I mean? He's only giving it to certain people, the elect, the rest are blinded. And then He put sleep on the rest of them. He ain't dealing with them. That's a heavy lot, man. For you to be a part, to see it and not be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got some on that, Matthew?
No, that was pretty much the point.
Like I was telling you earlier, He chose us. We're a royal priesthood, separate from. I'm gonna get this 1 Peter 2:9. And that's that's no small thing to be a part of what the Lord has called us to. 1 Peter 2:9, he made, chose us a holy people, separate from the world. And then at Jeremiah, he numbered us, to be worthy, as he selected Jeremiah and the rest of them. That's how the Lord moves.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light. Which in times past were not a people, but are now the people of Yahweh, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
And even amongst that number of people, only the elect or the remnant are the priesthood. So all of Israel is not going to be priests and prophets. The Lord didn't ordain that. That's how, even like you said, the elect is even more special, because they obtain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through Yahweh Shem Shai as a gift, given, and it could easily be taken away.
Yeah, like it says right there, man. He called us out of darkness into.
Yeah, everybody else still in the dark, man. You know what I mean? They still sleep. They still entangled in the affairs of this life. Thinking that they this is gonna go on forever.
Yeah, and we really got to consider that, man. Really understand that. And the reason why we have it is through the Lord, man, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. And again, we're gonna say it again. As easy as it was given to us, as easy as it can be taken away. So we shouldn't play around with it, man. We should do, to the best of our ability, apply this word and walk in it as much as possible.
Let's get the
Go
account
ahead.
of Saul when the Lord took the spirit from Saul. Let's grab that account, because that's heavy. You said that, Shakal. You know what I mean? He gave Saul the spirit, and Saul disobeyed the Lord, and he took it away from him and put it on David. So just because you've been given this opportunity, if you're not obedient and doing what you said, studying to show thyself approved, disciplining your body, and obeying Yahweh Shem Shai, he could easily take it away from you, man. And then you send you back to the world where you're gonna eat that missile.
Let me start. This is 1 Samuel 15.
Let's just show you how precious this gift is. Wait, 1 Samuel, what is it? 1 Samuel 15.
Yeah.
This started. Just started 15:10. Samuel rebuked Saul.
1 Samuel 15:10. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, 1 Samuel 15:10. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me, and had not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord, I have performed the commandment of the Lord. And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear?
Right. We're gonna skip down, because that's the context, just getting a grasp of it. And we're gonna jump down to 23, because you know what I mean. Saul didn't obey the Lord, so you know what I mean. And Samuel had to give him the message, and Samuel was hurt. He was crushed, because Saul was the first king of Israel, and the Lord chose him. You know what I mean. But because he hearkened to the voice of the people, and didn't hearken unto the Lord, he was cast out from the wisdom that the Lord gave him. Jump down 23.
1 Samuel 15 and 23. For rebellion is 22.
Yeah, he started 22.
And Samuel said, have Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
So this is how near and dear and important it is that when the Lord gives us his truth, like Shakal is going into, not to fumble it, not to drop it, not to mess it up. You know what I mean? Like he's saying, we've got to be 10 toes down on doing the work. A little leaven leavens the whole thing. One moment of disobedience and you cast out. One moment of slip up and you can be utterly cast out. So that's how important this thing is. This is not a light thing. The Lord chose us out of all the millions of people in the world. He chose his elect, when we the hope for righteous elect, because we don't know if we're going to make it. But out of all the billions of people on the planet, he chose us. And like you're saying now, it's important for us to stay focused and grind even harder, because one little thing, you could be out of it.
Yeah, hey, the Lord is merciful, man, and he'll show us a lot of mercy. But if Jay keeps playing, then eventually, like it says right there, it says, they have removed them from being king. So he could remove you from being king, any of us, if we don't take this seriously, man. We can't go off what the world promotes as great and cool and successful and mighty and all that. No, this world is off. It's wicked. They're gonna do. They're gonna promote shit that's folly. The scriptures say folly is set in great dignity. They're gonna promote wickedness. And they're gonna look down on this truth, man. But we have to have the that spirit to look past all those lies and realize that this truth is really, really precious, man. Even though people might not right now not look at it as such, man. Because soon they will. And those that kept fucking around and got casted off and all that, hey, 100% they will regret it, man. And they will want to be part of those that get saved in the first go round.
Yeah. And Yahushua gave us examples of those. You know what I mean? When he gets a parable of him, one fell by the thorn, one fell by the wayside, the cares of this world choked him up, loosely paraphrasing. He gave us examples of the truth given to certain people. And then, 3 different things happened to those people and they fell out. One got, choked out by the cares of the world. Another one got choked out. If I forget what it was, but
it's in the Matthew 13.
Yeah, it's in back in the Matthew 13. Yeah, so like you're saying, man, if you're not focused and honed in, these other things will take you out of this place, man, or take you out of the truth, and that's what happened to a lot of Jakes is falling out, man. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 13 and 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he who receives seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into the stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he has no root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by he is offended. He also that received the seed among thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
And that's what you were just talking about. You know what I mean? Getting distracted, getting caught off, thinking that you're missing something, and not appreciating this precious gift that the Lord has given you. You thinking you got you something better than this gift. It's crazy. But we know people who return back to the world, man. because they did not appreciate this precious gift. This is a once in a lifetime. We actually hit the lottery, man. This is a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
there's another parable that talks about when this truth is likened, the kingdom of heaven is likened to somebody that found treasure and sold everything that he had just to buy that land where that treasure is at, man.
Time. Yeah.
You know, and that's literally this, man. You know, it might not seem like that yet, but we will, man. Soon, everybody's gonna wish they did what we did. Everybody's gonna see, like, damn, there's nothing sweeter
Fact.
than to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. To fear the Lord.
Yeah. Exactly. To fear him, to reverence him, and go all out for him. Says seek him 10 times more. We can never go far enough. Go ahead.
So like the parable you quoted is further down.
Oh, okay.
Matthew 13:44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy therefore goeth and selleth all that he hath and buyeth that field.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how precious this is, man.
Yeah.
You know, Esau's never gonna put that much emphasis on this and make you realize how precious this is. But we have to understand it, man. We have to realize that, man.
Yeah.
Everybody out here is losing. Everybody out here is through because of what they follow, because of what they believe, man.
Yeah. Yeah. They cast their prize in this temporal world. You know what I mean? This corruptible, abominable world is gonna fade. And we got our lottery tickets for eternity, baby.
Yes, yeah. And can you get let no man take that crown?
Yeah.
And then, just a few more precepts. We'll wrap it up in a bit.
God.
This is Revelation 3. And you want me to start at 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold,
Right.
I come quick.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? So that means us doing everything the Lord commanded us, preaching this word, applying this word, abstaining from wickedness, disciplining our flesh, growing in the spirit, killing off that old man, not growing in that old man or that old man getting worse. Or feeding into new bullshit that you never were into. No, we have to kill off that old man. We have to do all these things. So like that, the Lord could, like it says right there, keep us from the hour of temptation. And ultimately deliver us, man. Because if not, the Lord will take that spirit away from you, and you'll be taken. If not by some other thing, you'll definitely be taken here by the hour of temptation. Go ahead.
Verse 11. The Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, and that no man take thy crown.
Let no
right. Man. No man, and that includes yourself.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself make you lose this opportunity because you couldn't keep yourself under control, because you looked at other things greater than this. Hey, there's a lot of, just in a carnal sense, there's a lot of athletes that could have become great, but they didn't because they like to party too much. Mm-hmm. They got into drugs, they got into this, they got into that. Actors that they did great movies, or they seemed like they were upcoming actors, but guess what? They weren't disciplined enough and they lost that opportunity. We don't want to be that, man. We want to be those that, oh shit, let me get my shit together This is something that not everybody bumps into or gets blessed with. So let me do everything in my power to keep it, to not lose it, man. And that doesn't mean we're not gonna fuck up. Yeah, we're gonna fuck up, but let those mistakes be sincere, man. Let them be that mistakes. Not something where you're constantly, going back to. Show the Lord that you're fighting, man.
Come.
If not, the Lord, he'll take it away, just like the parable you read, with Saul.
Yeah.
And once that spirit gets taken away, man, look, you're through, man. We seen some of those examples live, men that have fallen out. Now a lot of them over there getting tattoos. Some of them even turn moles.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, man.
They say, hey, the Lord is nobody to play with, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, man.
Yeah. For the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Yeah. What else you got, Mighty Man?
Yeah. Go ahead. Y'all got some?
Con, you got something? No, unless you got something else.
I was thinking of one, but it honestly slipped my mind. Well, we could get a Sirach, a 5 and 7, put not off the day of the Lord.
Con.
This is Sirach. This is Ecclesiasticus. I was in Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord and put not off.
Salakia. Start at 4.
Sirach 5 and 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, and he will in no wise let thee go.
Right. So, and a lot of times you don't have to say those exact words. By your actions, you can say that, man. Well, hey, shit. How? By you going back to doing the same bullshit. Here it is. You call yourself repenting. Here it is. You get shown mercy, but because you nothing happened. Now you're like, oh well, nothing happened. Shit, let me do it again. Now you do it again, and now you're sad again. Nah, man, you can't be playing like that, man. Yeah, the Lord is long suffering, but like it says right there, in no wise will He let thee go, man. He will judge you, especially if you're moving that way, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, concerning appropriation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right, be not without fear. So have that fear. Shit, I did this last time. You know what? No, hell no, I can't. Nope. The scriptures say that what flee from sin as if you flee from a serpent. You're not gonna see a serpent try to play with it. You're gonna, oh shit, stomp that motherfucker out, run away.
Right.
So we gotta have that fear. If you don't have it, hey, pray to the Lord to put that fear, man. If you constantly catch yourself like being in the spirit of not caring or not taking it that serious, well, hey, pray to Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. Fast if you need to.
Facts.
We do not want to play with this, man. Like we started off. Is this a small matter for you to serve the Lord?
Not at all. Many said many desire to be, wish they was in these seats.
Man. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him. and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
Right. So again, you don't have to say those exact words. By your actions, you could say that.
Yep. It's like
You
he
know.
judging the intent of the heart. He know whether you're serious or not.
Yeah.
You can play with yourself, but you can't play with the Lord.
That's it. You know, and it says right there, man. His indignation rested upon sinners, man.
Huh.
You know, the scriptures say, "What, my son, has thou sinned? Do so no more."
Right. Scripture say you don't give any man license to sin.
Yeah.
Huh. He winked
So
at it. Now you know better. Do better.
that's it. Hey, discipline your flesh. Put in that work.
Huh.
You know, like show the Lord that you really fear him, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7, make no tearing to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, and you won't have anything or any excuse for the Lord. Lord, but I felt like this felt good, and I like doing this, but I was, he's gonna tell you, hey, I never knew you,
Man. That's what
and you're gonna perish. If any of us are in that spirit are gonna perish in the day of vengeance. So we can't be putting off day to day. We can't be taking this lightly. We can't just have this and use this liberty as an occasion to the flesh. If you could get that too, we got to use this liberty to live as we should, which is what? According to these scriptures. Yahweh Shai didn't, go on the cross. He ain't get crucified just for us to be out here fucking overindulging in our flesh, man. He did it so we could show the Lord, that we wanted to get right. We could show the Lord that we're sorry for what we did, man. And that includes what? Sacrificing. Hey, the Romans 12:1, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. That means putting the Lord first, denying yourself, even in things that might be, are not going off according to the scriptures, because it might take your time from serving the Lord. Even in that, man, that's what presenting our bodies as living sacrifice mean, man.
Okay.
Did y'all find that?
Yeah, is it Galatians or is it another one? Galatians is 5, and what is this? 5 and 13. It says, for brethren, you have been called unto liberty, only use not the liberty for occasion to the flesh, but by the love to serve one another. That's not the one you was looking for. To be given us liberty.
I think it's 1 Peter 2:16.
This is 1 Peter. We back up in this. This is 1 Peter 2, and it says 16.
Hold on. Yeah, you can just get to the point.
1 Peter 2 and 16. As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of Yahweh.
Right. So we have to do that, man. We can't be using, our liberty, which means living as we should, right? as a
Yeah.
cloak of maliciousness, to just be in wickedness, to just please our flesh, to forsake, the ways of the Lord, and do our own thing. No, but we got to do it as the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and so much the more as we see the day approaching. We got to serve the Lord, and the closer we get to the end, the more on fire, the more in the spirit we have to be, man, and the less in the flesh we have to be. We should improve in those things that that distract us from the Lord, not create new distractions, not get into new folly.
Huh.
Yep, true liberty is living as we should, not as we please, like it says right there. That's really that. And how should an Israelite live? According to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, denying his flesh. Our heritage is about self-control. These heathens are the ones that go off and do everything according to the flesh.
Right.
We are not to be so, man.
Con.
Yeah, got some?
No, that's all I had.
But we basically made the point. This, that Romans 13:11, man. Our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Put off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. Get away from drunkenness. Rioting. And serve the Lord, man. Stop playing around. Stop fucking around. Stop taking this as a light thing, or else the Lord is gonna take you as a light thing and cut your ass off.
Facts.
And if you don't take it serious, well, then you will once the Lord starts judging your ass, man. And this is literally the Lord sending out that warning.
Yeah.
The voice of the Lord are his prophets, man. So get right before it's too late, man. We're too close to the end to be fucking around.
Facts. And messing over a great gift that he's given us.
Mm-hmm. But with that, if you brothers don't have anything, hopefully, this lesson was edifying. We're going to end it by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Warash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yeshua, the rule well. And salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom and Abba Ball.
Abba Ball. Shalom.